Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's sure to spark some conversation. We're talking about the most hated states in the US in 2024. Remember, this is all in good fun, based on data and public perception. We'll be counting down the top 10 and looking at the reasons behind the rankings. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. All right, let's get this countdown started. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Texas. Texas is known for its big personality, even bigger hair, but lately it seems the Lone Star State's shine has dimmed a bit. One major factor is the state's stance on social issues. Add to that concerns about healthcare, and we haven't even touched on the weather yet. Those scorching summers aren't for the faint of heart. But hey, Texas BBQ, worth braving a little heat for. Plus, the state's got a booming economy and an independent spirit. Coming in at number 9 is a state that might surprise some of you, Indiana. Now, Indiana's got its charms, beautiful farmland, the Indy 500, a certain beloved fictional archaeologist, but when it comes to certain quality of life indicators, well, let's just say there's room for improvement. One of the biggest challenges facing Hoosiers is the state of childcare. Access is limited and the costs astronomical. We're talking about families shelling out a huge chunk of their income just to ensure their little ones are cared for while they're at work. That's enough to make anyone say, "Who's your daddy?" in a panicked tone. And then there's the issue of LGBTQ+ rights. Recent legislation has drawn criticism for being discriminatory and creating a climate of fear and exclusion for members of the LGBTQ+ community. It's enough to make anyone feel like they're stuck in a coming-of-age movie from the 80s. And not in a good way. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Alabama. Known for its southern hospitality, soulful music, and of course its football, Alabama holds a special place in the heart of American culture. But beneath the surface of this charming state lies a complex reality. One of the biggest concerns for Alabamans is the state of voting rights. With limited access to early voting and stringent voter ID laws, many citizens face significant hurdles to exercising their fundamental right to vote. And in a democracy, that's, well, kind of a big deal. Then there's the issue of wages. Alabama has one of the lowest minimum wages in the country, making it difficult for hardworking families to make ends meet. It's a situation that forces many to choose between putting food on the table and keeping a roof over their heads. Not exactly the American dream, is it? Chapter 4, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and so do controversial laws. Hold on to your hats, folks, because at number 7, we've got Oklahoma. Land of sprawling plains, breathtaking sunsets, and, unfortunately, some pretty restrictive laws. Now, Oklahoma's got a lot going for it. It's home to a rich Native American history, a vibrant art scene, and, of course, the musical that made everyone want to dance in circles while singing about corn. But lately, it's been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. One of the biggest points of contention is the state's stance on reproductive rights. With some of the strictest abortion laws in the country, Oklahoma has become a battleground in the fight for women's bodily autonomy. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, but one that has deeply divided the state and the nation. Chapter 5, Arkansas diamonds aren't everything. Coming in at number 6 is a state known for its natural beauty, its friendly people, and unfortunately, its high crime rate. That's right, we're talking about Arkansas. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's acknowledge the good stuff. Arkansas is home to stunning mountains, sparkling lakes, and of course the only diamond mine in the United States. But even the allure of precious gems can't overshadow the state's challenges. One of the biggest concerns for Arkansans is the prevalence of crime, particularly violent crime. It's an issue that affects communities across the state, creating a climate of fear and uncertainty. And while efforts are being made to address the root causes of crime, such as poverty and lack of opportunity, it remains a significant problem. Chapter 6, Tennessee. Walking in Memphis, carefully. Hold on to your blue suede shoes, folks, because at number 5, we've got Tennessee. Home to musical legends, delicious barbecue, and a whole lot of controversy. Tennessee is a state that knows how to make headlines, but while its contributions to music and cuisine are undeniable, some of its recent legislative moves have left a sour taste in many people's mouths. One of the biggest points of contention is the state's stance on LGBTQ+ rights. From bathroom bills to restrictions on healthcare, Tennessee has been at the forefront of a wave of legislation that many see as discriminatory and harmful. It's created a climate of fear and uncertainty for members of the LGBTQ+ community, making them feel like they have to fight for their right to simply exist. Chapter 7, Missouri, Show Me Something Different. Coming in at number 4 is a state known for its iconic arch, its delicious barbecue ribs, and unfortunately its burdensome voting laws. That's right, we're talking about Missouri. Now, Missouri has a lot to offer. It's home to stunning natural beauty, vibrant cities, and a rich history. But when it comes to ensuring that all citizens have equal access to the ballot box, well, let's just say there's room for improvement. One of the biggest hurdles facing Missouri voters is the state's voter ID law. While proponents argue that these laws are necessary to prevent voter fraud, critics contend that they disproportionately disenfranchise minority voters, elderly voters, and low-income voters. It's a complex issue with high stakes, as access to the ballot box is fundamental to a functioning democracy. Chapter 8, Louisiana, Let the Good Times Roll. Somewhere else? Hold on to your beads, folks, because at number 3 we've got Louisiana. Known for its vibrant culture, delicious food, and high crime rate, Louisiana is a state of contradictions. Music fills the air, every day feels like a celebration, and the food is so good it should be illegal. But it's also grappling with serious challenges, including a high crime rate. Chapter 9, Kansas, There's No Place Like Somewhere with Affordable Childcare. Coming in at number 2 is a state known for its vast plains, its friendly people, and unfortunately its sparse and expensive childcare options. That's right, we're talking about Kansas. Now, Kansas has a certain charm. It's the heartland of America, a place where life moves at a slower pace and where you can watch a sunset that seems to stretch on forever. But for families with young children, Kansas can feel like a different world. One where finding affordable, quality childcare is like searching for Dorothy's lost ruby slippers. The lack of affordable childcare options in Kansas has a ripple effect on the entire state. Parents, particularly mothers, are forced to leave the workforce or take on part-time jobs, impacting their careers and the state's economy. It's a situation that has reached a crisis point, with many families struggling to make ends meet. Chapter 10, Arizona Sunshine, Canyons, and Restrictive Laws. And finally, the number 1 most hated state in the US for 2024 is Arizona. Now, before you start sending me angry emails about scorpions and scorching heat, let me explain. Arizona is a state of stunning natural beauty, from the red rocks of Sedona to the depths of the Grand Canyon. But lately it's been making headlines for its controversial political climate and its restrictive policies, particularly when it comes to reproductive rights. One of the biggest points of contention is the state's near-total ban on abortion, which has drawn condemnation from reproductive rights advocates across the country. The law, which makes no exceptions for rape or incest, has forced many women to carry unwanted pregnancies to term, putting their health and well-being at risk. Well, there you have it, folks, the top 10 most hated states in the US for 2024. Remember, this list is all in good fun, based on data and public perception. It's not meant to be taken as gospel, but rather as a starting point for conversation and hopefully a little bit of self-reflection. At the end of the day, every state has its pros and cons, its charms and its challenges. What matters most is that we approach these conversations with empathy, understanding, and a willingness to listen to different perspectives. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.